Yo, what's up, guys? It's Brad, and today I want to talk to you about a couple of cool different preps that you should get in the next few days that are going to really make a big difference. So, the first one is this cool little waterproof plasma lighter. So, what makes this so cool is this is a rechargeable lighter in a waterproof case. So, let me just open it up and show you how it works. It operates on this principle of plasma. So this is something that's windproof, it's waterproof, it'll always start, and it's really, really effective at lighting stuff on fire. It comes in this cool waterproof case, so it's not going to get wet. Even if it does, you just simply dry it off or put it in a bowl of rice or whatever, and it'll still keep firing up. The next thing you do is it has a little USB recharge port there, and essentially you have a fire starter that's going to work no matter what. You don't have to use a ferro rod. You don't have to manually start a fire. This is just something easily you can start a fire, get warm, cook a meal on, purify water. It's only like 12 or 13 bucks. Highly recommend you get one of these for each member of your family. Get a couple of these, get a ferro rod, and learn how to use it, and you'll always be able to start a fire. Fire is honestly one of the most important things when it comes to prepping. You need it for purifying water. You need it for cooking food. You need it for warmth. You need it for light if everything else fails. Get yourself one of these. The next thing I recommend is get yourself a little solar-powered battery pack. This thing recharges based on, obviously it has 4 solar panels. You can recharge it, of course, with the USB thing. But when you combine something with solar power with, say, this lighter, you're going to have the ability to start fires no matter what. And you're going to have power for your phone and for different things that operate on USB forever, just by virtue of having this little thing. This thing is kind of expensive, but you can find ones like it for around 20 to 30 bucks. This one I think was around 60. Honestly, if I had to do it over again, I would have gotten a cheaper one, maybe 20 to 30 bucks, because this just takes forever to charge in the sun. Like, honestly, you'll have to leave this out for like 2 days in the full sun to get a full charge. But nonetheless, it is super important to be able to have that ability to do this. And while we're at it, I recommend just having a bunch of batteries on hand, because again, say the power goes down, you're going to want to have the ability to charge your phone, charge your flashlights, charge different things that you can recharge with USB. So keep your batteries charged. If you can afford a power generator, I definitely recommend that you get one, and you get some solar panels. Get as much as you can. Ideally, you would get one that has a 1,000-watt inverter on it, because that will power most appliances. 2,000 watts will power pretty much everything, even up to a microwave, although you wouldn't want to use that in an emergency situation. So great brand for that is Jackery. I also have one called Balco, I believe it is. I have 2 330-watt generators from Balco, and they were pretty cheap. They were like $230 a piece, and then the solar panel I think was like $200. So, the cool thing about having a generator and stuff that's solar powered, and crank powered, is that you always are going to have power. So say the grid goes down, say that your community, they don't have any power, you'll have power because you have solar panel powered backup generators. You can use your computer on it, so on and so forth. Another one that you might want to look into is a inverter for your car. You can get a 1,000-watt inverter from your car. You simply hook it up to the nodes on your battery. If it's 1,000-watt, or if you have a lower power one like 300, you can just plug it into the cigarette lighter in your car, and it will do the job of powering that stuff based off of gas. So there's that. And just generally speaking, make sure, like, every day from now on, you should make sure that your phones are charged. You should make sure that your lighters are charged, your batteries are fully charged. Keep everything fully charged. Keep your gas tank topped off. Get a jerry can with like 5 gallons of fuel just in case, and just have stuff on hand just in case you need it. Again, the motto is that it's best to have stuff that you don't need versus need stuff that you don't have. And I think that if we did have a shit hits the fan situation, you'd have a lot of people that need stuff that they don't have. Most Americans don't have like more than 3 days worth of food or water. I recommend that you have like a year or two's worth of food, and it's actually not that hard to do in terms of food. In terms of water, that's a bit more difficult. But if you get something like a Life Straw or a Sawyer mini filter, you can actually get water off of like a stream or a pond and drink through that, and it'll filter most of the stuff out, making it potable. Or you could take it, boil it, distill it into another pot, and then drink it out of the Sawyer, and it'll be super potable that way. You might want to have some trace minerals as well to add into the water, because you're going to be missing the trace minerals once it's distilled. So there's a whole bunch of stuff on this. Obviously, there's way more that goes into being actually fully prepared than I can talk about in these short videos. I have a blog where I have lots of free stuff. There's a lot of really great information on the internet about being prepped. But if you want to learn about being prepped, picking up women, business, so on and so forth, and support the business, and honestly, it's a great product, check out my product Attraction Accelerator. It's $150. You really can't lose with it. It's something that I will update continuously, and I do update continuously. So not only is it a 300 gigabyte product, but it's something that I continuously update each and every, I haven't updated every day recently, but I will update it at least once a week for the rest of my life. I'm never releasing another product. It's always going to be Attraction Accelerator. So that's about it, guys. Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and staying sane. Remember to get outside and get some fresh air, go get laid, go play with the dog, go play with the cat, hang out with your friends, have a beer, do whatever you got to do. Just keep your, get out there and show your support for President Trump, and show your support for the Republic and the United States of America, and love each other and treat each other well, and that's it. All right, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a great day. Just to remind you again, this is a windproof plasma arc-based lighter. It literally removes from the thing. You charge it here. It has a waterproof thing with a seal. And I'm telling you, if you have an accident where you drive your truck or something into the pond, this might get a bit wet, but if you dry it off, I'm sure it'll be fine. Get one of these. Get one of the solar paneled battery packs. Get a solar powered generator. Get an inverter for your car. Make sure that everything is always topped off. Like every day, make sure things are topped off. Make sure you have plenty of gas in your gas tank. Your batteries are charged. You've got your ammo. You've got a food supply, a water supply for like a year or two. I'm dead serious about that. There's talks of truck drivers having a strike. And again, if truck drivers have a strike, most places would be in food insecurity within like 2 to 3 days. Like most stores you would see mostly empty shelves within a week. And then people will panic, and then they'll buy up everything, and then they'll freak out. And then, about 2 weeks to a month into that, people eat most of their food supply, and the biggest thing they're going to really freak out about is the water. So, beware, guys. Like that's a real threat. If you live in a major city, I really, really suggest that you get prepped, and you have some way to defend yourself too, because, I don't know about you, but if I saw, if I had my kid and she was, really thirsty or hungry, and it was between her being thirsty and hungry and someone else, having some extra food, I'm probably going to go and take that extra food for her, and I think you would do the same. So make sure that you have protection and you're prepped. I guarantee you most people are not prepped. They laugh at preppers. They think that it's stupid, but they're not laughing now, and they're not going to be laughing when shit really goes downhill. So don't be one of those. It doesn't take a lot of money. It takes like maybe $10, $20 a day. would be what I would recommend. And, obviously you make the bigger purchases like guns and generators and shit like that when you can, but at very least have food and water and have some form of, um, light and so on and so forth. But again, I go over this stuff in great depth in my product. There's great blogs out there on prepping. I encourage you to check them out so that you're ready and you're a asset to your friends and family instead of a liability. Most people, I know for a fact, are going to be a liability. They're going to call up people they know and they're going to be like, hey, do you have any extra food? Do you have any extra water? They're all sold out. Do you have any toilet paper? And you're going to be like, dude, I told you forever, like, you need to get prepped. And you laughed at me. No, I don't have any fucking food for you. I don't have any water. You should even tell them in advance. They'd be like, oh, I'm just going to come to your house. Look them dead in the face and be like, no, you're not. You're not going to come to my house and you're not going to take my preps. I told you, you need to prep and you need to prep now. And you're not just going to come to my house. You think it's a joke? Like, I'm dead serious about it. It's not a joke to me. I'm really serious about it. I think that this could happen at some point. I hope it doesn't. And you're just laughing and you're spending your money on bullshit. You're getting a new watch. You're getting some new fucking baseball hats right now. Instead of getting prepped, don't come to my house. I'm dead serious. I need those preps. All the preps that I've put together for myself and my family are things that I've planned for and I invested in, and I took major sacrifices in getting all that shit ready so that when that day comes, if it does ever come, I can be ready. I can be more ready and I can be prepared. So when people say that shit to me, I'm like, I'm dead serious about it. They're like, oh my God, you're so dramatic. I'm like, dude, no. You think you're just going to come to my house and take my preps? You're not. You're not. I'll do what I can if I can, but I don't think I can. I don't think anybody can. I think if we're looking at a real conflict, civil war, or World War III, or another pandemic, another lockdown coming or something, I'm not looking to share my shit with anybody. I warned you. I tried my best to put this out there for you. That's it. So get prepped. The more of us that are prepped, the better we're going to do as a community. But you need to take action now in order to actually be one of the assets instead of the liabilities. And that includes getting in shape. I'm doing that now finally. I know I was out of shape for a while. And that includes getting trained. If you get some medical training, get some firearms training, get some, planting, gardening training, all that shit. Anything that you have to bring to the table is going to be an asset in the event that shit does hit the fan. We have a war, we have something really bad happen. And I think more and more it becomes likely that something will happen. I mean, we really have, like I've said, we really have two options. One, Trump wins, the left throws a temper tantrum, we arrest them all, and that's it. Second option, which is far worse, is Biden wins, and he puts us into a massive economic collapse and lockdown. He sells us out more to, he gives access of our country to the Chinese Communist Party, to other foreign governments that don't want to see us do well, and then you're going to see people being disappeared, you're going to see people shipped off to FEMA camps, you're going to see people, definitely going to have forced inoculation of the fucking vaccine. You're going to have to wear masks, businesses will be shut down forever, and that's their plan. That's what he says on its face on his site. And people are like, oh my God, that's so dramatic. Dude, just go read. Go read what he says on his site. Read between the lines with what him and, Come Allah are saying. That's actually a good name for her, Come Allah. They say it openly. They're like, we're going to shut it down. We love socialism. We love communism. We want to have the power while you guys suffer. And that's it. So that's why I'm so serious about this fucking prep shit. So hope you guys are having a good day. Take it seriously. Don't be foolish. I'm dead serious. Don't be foolish about this stuff. Don't play with fire. Peace.